Hello and welcome everyone, it's me, TheLaval, also known as the Power Tool Duelist, back for you with another video and another episode of Straight Out of the Toolbox. And today, as teased in the Duel Links video this Tuesday, I'll be talking about a different kind of deck. Not really an archetype, but something that is definitely name related, but not really an archetype in that sense, because I am talking about sharks. Um, Those obviously got used by Shark in the Zexal anime, and with Shark being released in Duel Links, I had a blast playing his deck, and I put this together in Edo Pro and tested a bit with it and had a lot of fun. So let's get into it, shall we? Starting off the main deck, again, a triple vanilla. This will not turn into a tradition, but Great White is definitely here, and he's cool because he is free Xyz and link material if you summon him off unexpected die. Then we have one Hyper Ancient Shark Megalodon. He's just here because he's big and he punches things, and if he punches things and deals battle damage, you can target a monster your opponent controls and destroy that target. He's cool. Artwork is also cool, but that's probably something I'll be saying about a few cards in this deck. Next up we have Medabo Shark. When he's normal summoned, you can target 2 fish type monsters in your graveyard, shuffle those targets back into your deck. Really neat, good recursion, shuffles back some of your more important playmakers, so he's cool for that. 2 Hammer Shark, once per turn, reduce this level by 1, and if you do, you special summon a level 3 or lower water monster from your hand. Enables a rank 3 in combination with Shark Stickers. You just need to watch out that you don't summon the Shark Stickers before you activate his effect. But in general, you can include some targets for his effect, but I chose not to. Then we have Saber Shark. Up to twice per turn, you can target a fish monster you control. Either increase or reduce its level by 1, and if you do, you're locked into water monsters for the turn. Need level modulation, but a bit specific to be run at 3, I think. Then we have Buzzsaw Shark. This card is really cool because you can target a water monster you control, special summon from your deck, in defense position a fish with the same level as that monster. Effects negated, all that, locks you into Xyz monsters for the turn, and if you use him for the Xyz summon of a water monster, you can treat him as a level 3 or a level 5 monster as well. Really great card, enables you to easily go into your Xyz monsters, fetches material from the deck, so he is definitely a 3-off. Then we have 3 Lantern Shark. If he's normal or special summoned, you can activate his effect, special summon a level 3 to 5 water monster from your hand in defense. Also locks you into Xyz monsters, and just like Buzzsaw Shark, he can be treated as a level 3 or level 5 if you Xyz summon a water monster. Both cards are obviously great and 3-offs, and that all makes sense when you consider those guys got released earlier this year in Eternity Code. So yeah. Then we have 2 Double Fin Shark. If you normal summon him, you can target a level 3 or 4 water fish type monster in your graveyard, special summon that target in defense, but it has its effect negated. And also he locks you into water monsters for the rest of the turn. Later stages of the duel, this turns into quite a good normal summon because he automatically enables you to go into one of your Xyz monsters, which is amazing and something you are definitely looking to do. Then we have a 3-off playset of Shark Stickers. If you summon a fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster, you can summon him from your hand. He's link material, he's Xyz material, he puts himself easily on the board and sticks to your sharks, so he is great for that. Then the triple unexpected die, as mentioned, summoning Great White from the deck is amazing. Triple Moray of Greed. Card didn't convince me in Ricker, to be honest, but in this deck it definitely shines a lot more, because shuffling your Great Whites back into the deck to get him out via unexpected die, or just getting some things out of your hand you might not want there, because you can fetch him from the deck. It's a great card. Then just the one foolish, maybe ditch something for your double fin effect, or ditch him so you can revive him via Monster Reborn. So it's neat for that. Monster Revive, just, yeah, revive a monster. Sometimes it's neat to have, and also some of your Xyz monsters and maybe him are worth reviving. To salvage, grabbing back shark stickers, double fin shark or lantern shark from the graveyard is definitely amazing and something you want to do. So yeah, I think 2 are fine there. Then something very new and something that I have been enjoying so much, a playset of Fury of Kyriushin. Add a torrential tribute from your deck to your hand. I would love this card even if it had only that effect. But also, if water monsters or a water monster you control would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So it adds torrential, and it protects your water monsters from card effects. Great card. Absolutely amazing, and I've been enjoying this so much because safely torrentialing is great. Triple water hazard, once per turn, special summon a level 4 or lower water monster from your hand. Must control no monsters to activate and resolve this effect. Is neat. Some of your monsters are very normal summon reliance, so getting them out on the board like this is very neat. Yeah. Then the triple torrential tribute to go with the Fury of Kyriushin. As mentioned, safely torrentialing is great and something that definitely helps this deck a lot, especially if you consider that it's mostly very beatdown focused, but that's very nice. I enjoy that style of play. But yeah, going into the extra deck, I will probably only cover the major cards. First one being the Valiant Shark Lancer here. It's a rank 5 that you, by the way, make very easily with Buzzsaw Shark and Lantern Shark. But yeah, target a monster your opponent controls, detach a material from any Xyz monster you control, and if you do, destroy that monster. That's a quick effect if you control another water Xyz monster. Gives you a great interruption, and also, if another water Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while you control him, you can take a spell card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. Great effect. Lets you stack Monster Reborn, lets you stack Murray of Greed, lets you stack Fury of Kyriushin. So it's great. Skipping the Shark Fortress, because that's here for anime reasons. Then we have the number C32 Shark Drake Vice. Can also Xyz summon him by using a number 32 Shark Drake as Xyz material during either player's turn. If you have 1000 life points or less, you can detach a material from him, banish a monster from your graveyard, and then target a face-up monster on the field. That target's attack and defense becomes 0 until the end of the turn. He's neat, although I suppose that in general Shark Drake is better, but he is still very cool nonetheless. Also, he's Shark Drake's Chaos number variant, so I don't see why you can't include him. Then going into the original number 32 Shark Drake, and let me tell you guys, this is a lot of fun to play, not only in Duel Links, but the effect I think still is very neat in the actual card game. You make him with 3 level 4 monsters, and once per turn, when he destroys a monster by battle, and sends it to the graveyard, you can attach a material from him, special summon that monster to your opponent's side of the field, in attack, loses 1000, and if you do, he can attack again. Basically, in Duel Links, this enables you to almost OTK just by making this guy. In the actual TCG, this can definitely help you with just getting some damage in. If your opponent set up a lot of defenses, you can just easily swing Shark Drake into something, revive that monster, swing into it again. So he is cool for that. Then next up we have number 32, Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, which is a mouthful if I've ever seen one. You make him with 2 level 4 waters, and if any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach a material from him. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1000 attack until the end of the turn, which is neat. But also, when he's destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target another monster in your graveyard, special summon that monster. Great effect. He's a good card. What can I say? He's really cool. Then we have Full Armored Black Ray Lancer. Takes 3 level 4 waters. You can also summon him by using a rank 3 water Xyz monster that has no materials left. He gains 200 attack for each Xyz material attached to him, and if he would be destroyed, you can detach all materials from him instead. And if he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target a spell and trap card your opponent controls. That target gets destroyed. Neat kinda back row removal effect. His protection is alright, and you can sometimes go into him using your weaker water Xyz monsters, like maybe Nightmare Shark, Leviathan Dragon, and the Submersible Carrier Arrow Shark. Or just include some other rank 3 water monsters for this, maybe the Acid Golem or something. I think it's number 70, Acid Golem or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's still cool, and he is a worthwhile inclusion. Then next up, Abyss Dweller. Did you know Abyss Dweller had an effect except locking down the graveyard for a turn? That effect really comes in handy in this deck, because while all of Abyss Dweller's material are water monsters, all water monsters you control gain 500, which is a very neat boost that definitely helps this deck a lot in edging a good bit closer to beating down your opponent. And then just having the standard Abyss Dweller effect of Pack Quick effect, locking down your opponent's graveyard for a turn is great as well. So Abyss Dweller is really great in this deck. Black Ray Lancer, here for anime reasons. Nightmare Shark, almost the same. Leviathan Dragon, same thing here. As well as the Submersible Carrier Arrow Shark. Although these water rank 3s, as I mentioned, help you going into your full armored Black Ray Lancer. But you can definitely work on some alternatives there. Then another cool card, Shark Caesar. It's a rank 3 that you make with 3 or more, maximum 5, level 3 monsters. And once per turn, detach a material from him, place a shark counter on him. If he battles, either if he attacks or is attacked, he gains 1000 for each shark counter on him. He's really cool, because just making him, he's 28, and he definitely helps with the beatdown. So he is neat for that. If you want to go for more rank up spells, I'm not that versed in Xyz monsters. I'm more of a Synchro kind of guy, as you all know. You can include Rebellion Shark. Just reviving a number Xyz monster and being able that if he is sent to the graveyard, stack a rank up magic spell on top of your deck is kind of neat. I said if I have to say so myself. So yeah, he is definitely something you can think of, and then just capping off the extra deck is one me Starboy here. Nothing much in this side to talk about. Panther and Eagle Shark are basically a worse version of Buzzsaw and Lantern Shark. But yeah, you can run those too, even though they are very reliant on you drawing the other. Maybe work on some other shark ratios. There are a lot of shark cards that I didn't include, like Spear Shark and Double Shark. Just look into those and maybe find some that you like. Surface, also something you can run, reviving a level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent or aqua. As mentioned, I only run the shark sticker, so it's not really worth it. Then something I found which I think is really hilarious, Torpedo Takedown. Target a water Xyz monster you control, you detach a material from him and deal 400 damage to your opponent for each card in your hand. And if you do, that monster gains attack equal to the damage inflicted until the end of the turn. You can banish this card and a water Xyz monster from your graveyard to draw 2 cards, and both effects are hard ones. Neat card, maybe helps you a bit with a beatdown, but yeah. Run it by preference. Maybe I'll test a bit with this in the future and say it's the most amazing thing, but I think it sounds cool nonetheless, even though this is the very definition of an anime card. But I'm a casual player, so that's my kind of thing. Then we have Torrential Reborn. When a face-up water monster you control, strip a battle or card effect and send to the graveyard. Special summon the monsters destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard at that time, then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each of those special summoned monsters. This is basically something that also works in combination with Torrential Tribute. So, for example, if you Torrential and blow up 3 of your water monsters, you flip the Torrential Reborn, revive those 3 monsters, and your opponent takes 1500 damage. A neat combo. even though bricky and gimmicky, but you know me and I like those kind of things. So I will definitely not hate you for running this combo. Then I just have the one fish depth charge here. Tribute a fish, target a card, that card gets destroyed, and if you do, draw a card. Neat bit of spot removal, but not really worth it considering that the deck basically runs Torrential and spot removal is kind of worthless against quick play Raigeki over here. So yeah, this is the deck. I will see you guys in the replays, and let's get on it. Oh, first replay into the Shark Tank, so to say. He will start off, and my opening hand is not looking too shabby right there, so I resolve that, summon the Lantern Shark, which gets met with a Solemn Strike. I could have done so much with this hand. Kinda disappointing that it didn't come to this, because Lantern Shark, Buzzsaw Shark would have been a rank 5, and the Shark stickers, as long with the Buzzsaw Shark on field, would have netted me another Xyz. So yeah, but now being able to Torrential his board, Fury of Karyushin, grabbing me the Torrential myself, going into Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, and swinging in there. He will try to make a comeback. Torrential, Fury of Karyushin, banishes itself, protects my water monsters, Buzzsaw Shark, summoning a Lantern Shot from deck here, going into Valiant Shark Lancer for game, which will be the first replay. Going into the second one here. Again, opening hand not too bad. I basically open triple Torrential. Buzzsaw Shark will summon out a Hammer Shark from deck, going into Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, setting triple Torrential. This, by the way, really messed me up a bit, but I ended up Torrentialing because I knew I could retrieve the Buzzsaw Shark. I'll just go Lantern Shark, which will be met with a Torrential. I'll just banish the Fury, Buzzsaw Shark effect, summon Saber Shark, going into Shark Drake. And yeah. If you saw what he draw there, you know what is going to happen. I will enter battle, Shark Drake will swing into the client, activate effect, try to get more damage in, and he will strike. Yeah, there goes my Shark Drake. Summon the Balancer Lord, I can just basically Torrential anything he puts on the board at this point, and the unexpected die top deck in this situation completely broke, summoning Saber Shark, increasing both levels by 1, going into Valiant Shark Lancer and closing out this second replay. Then, third time's the charm, boys. Opening hand, again, not looking too bad. Unexpected die here, summoning a Great White from deck, getting out another Great White to go into Hope Woven. I really like this guy, and noticing on how easily you can make him and what he does, he definitely is one of your better plays. I run into the Balancer Lord here, his effect gets met with a D barrier, so I only deal 900 and not 19. Yeah, he will just recur that to Torrential, but the Hope Woven will net me a Great White on board, which is met with a Bottomless. I will Moray of Greed here for Fury of Karyushin, grabbing the Torrential. Important thing here is that you don't Shark stickers after you normal Hammer Shark. You summon the Shark stickers of Hammer Shark's effect to go into a rank 3. Yeah, he will just get the boot staggered on board. I will safely Torrential because I have a Fury of Karyushin and Grave. Double Fin Shark top deck, very nice. Summoning the Great White back, going into Abyss Dweller and closing out game number 3. I hope these replays showed a bit of the plays and the options you have with this deck, and maybe you want to build sharks yourself now, because I've been having a blast with this deck, as mentioned, and also the fact that sharks are my favorite animal helps this a lot. So yeah, I will thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time. But until then, goodbye.